admit it, I'm easily too excited. It might be my generally optimistic attitude or the fact that I just love guitars a little too much, but being impressed. That's a different story. That's, I would say, rare, especially when it comes to custom guitars. Because let's be real, those are just snobby guitars that are being sold to dentists, right? And only can be afforded by dentists. So why the hype? Why building a custom guitar when I can buy perfectly fine high-end guitars from Thomann Music Store or Sweetwater? Today, we're putting that to the test with a Fervir 6RH and a custom-built beauty from a German luthier called Arne Schuhmacher. Yeah, just like the Formula 1 race dude. And no, you've probably never heard of the brand, and that is exactly the point. So what I'm going to do today is I'm gonna point out 5 points how to pinpoint the qualities of a custom shop instrument compared to a stock guitar, and therefore argue why you should not buy a stock guitar from a store if you're serious with your tone. Sorry, Glenn. Sound. Custom guitar is built just for you. This is the most obvious reason people go custom, right? You want a guitar that fits to you, not just physically, but musically. In my case, eventually I would want a PRS scale guitar, 24 jumbo frets, a comfortably neck, and that isn't too overly flat or weirdly modern, and a look that didn't scream metal, but still could, let's say it, could melt faces. Result: a mahogany body topped with AAA flame maple. The maple neck with mahogany stripes gives it strength and stability, and the ebony fretboard, pure silk under your fingers. That's my kind of specs, not someone else's idea and compromises. It's my kind of specs. Now it's getting personal. In preparation for the build, I would speak with Arne multiple times before we even locked down the build, just like I did with Igor on my Valiant Mercury. Here's the video, by the way, if you want to watch it. But we wouldn't just chat about wood types. He would probably ask me about how I play, what I listen to my band's music, and asked how I want the guitar to respond, and then take his conclusions and then advise me in a certain way, you know? And that made it feel more like therapy than just a spec sheet. Try doing that with Gibson or Fender. Go ahead, I'll wait for you. Let me know. Please, let me know. How did that happen? So a good luthier won't just build what you ask for, they'll help you figure out what you actually need, and that's what happened here. So since we came so far, let's talk about details. Like the neck on the Fervir. It's not that perfectly CNC'd, one size fits it all. It has subtle irregulations, but in a good way. It gets a little fatter towards the first threads, and you can tell that someone really carved this out with care. Or take the neck joint as an example. Smooth, sculpted, like it's asking to be played up high, and carved out with the luthier's blood, sweat and tears. Or take the flank maple binding that's done in real wood, not plastic. Sure, you can find that on stock guitars as well, but look at those details, these slight irregulations that makes it so beautifully unique. Or take the overall shaping. This guitar just wants to sit on your lap and be played. My point is, a luthier that's not building instruments in CNC but rare in custom shop will probably take more time to mind those tiny details, and I think that should be honored. Comfort, and that starts with the fretwork. It's butter. It's butter. The neck finish, lacquer, but somehow doesn't get too sticky. Even that long gigs, and I played long gigs with that guitar. I don't know how that's possible. I usually hate lacquered necks, but here I just really don't mind. Or the body comfort. It's lightweight, good for your shoulders, good for your back. It sits balanced on the strap. It's super comfy sitting down, no weird angles, no neck dive, no awkward edges. Sound comfort deliver the Häusl pickups. There is clarity and punch in high gain, but also detail and expression in clean and low gain tones. And here's the most comfortable thing. You choose. If you want special kind of pickups built in, just ask for it. If you want 60s wiring, just ask for it. And if you want a special design, if you have any special circumstances, just ask for it. Yes, it is expensive. Yes, this is a snobby video, but if you watch that video, you're either in two categories. Either you're snobby like me as well and want the best for your performance and you can actually afford it, or you can't. Whatever it is, if you consider building a custom instrument, at least you are in the comfortable position to know what you want, what you like, what you hate, what works for you, and what doesn't. And at this point, at least in my opinion, it is completely okay to ask yourself, what do I need to perform the best? And can a stock guitar deliver this, or do I need a special treatment for my own comfort? But now, all comfortably numb dollars together. But it has the resale value. Oh yes, the classic. But what if I want to sell it later? To which I say, why are you thinking about buying a custom guitar you already plan to sell? This isn't a stock investment. It's a love story. If resale is your priority, sure, buy something mass-produced with a famous name on the headstock, but if you're after something that feels like an extension of your musical identity, that fulfills you, resale value is the least thing you should worry about. Frankly, I'd rather give my money to a skilled luthier in Germany right next to my town than to some American mega brand with 5 CEOs in the call center. So, I might ask yourself, are the typical custom guitar promises true? At least in the case of the Fervir 6RHN, absolutely, it's proof that when you work together with someone who listens, cares, and who builds with heart, the result is something way beyond just another guitar. It's yours, it's mine, it's yours then. And isn't that the whole point of it? Let me please know in the comments. And now you can move on with the video here and maybe subscribe, and catch you in the next video.